And oh boy, finally, the announcement about version 2.8 has arrived, and in addition, there is a sneak peek or teaser regarding the new region, Sumeru. There are many things to unpack here, so let's open the box step by step. Before that, big disclaimer, this video is a speculation and analysis video, so please do not take any information in this video as an absolute fact. If there is any correction regarding the information in this video, I would be pin it on the comment section down below. Without further ado, let's jump to the main dish. So, at this time, we do not analyze the trailer video scene by scene. Instead, we will analyze it section by section. The first section is about the Golden Apple Archipelago. And yes, Golden Apple Archipelago is coming back, with, of course, different skin. How do I know? Well, obviously, the scene we saw on the trailer is identical to the Golden Apple Archipelago, plus the music also suggests this is true. Well, I'm personally glad to see it happens. At least we can explore quote-unquote new region on the next patch in 2.8. But my question is this Golden Apple Archipelago becoming a permanent map, or just a temporary for 2.8 events? If it is permanent, well, good to hear. But if it is not, I guess Twitter incoming. Also, beside that, how in Teyvat the Traveler, Xinyan, Mona, Fischl, and Kazuha group together and go to the Golden Apple Archipelago? The last time we go there, it is because Klee want to meet Dodoko King. And for 2.8, I have no idea the reason behind it. My best guess, for now, it is because there is a quest from Adventure Guild for the Traveler to investigate new island that appear near Mondstadt, that is Golden Apple Archipelago, and somehow we meet Kazuha and Xinyan that apparently travel across nation. The reason? I don't know. Kazuha probably is hunting scaramouche, I guess. For Xinyan, I guess he has performance in Mondstadt like in Inazuma before. And for Fischl, well, since this quest is about investigation, Fischl would probably chosen by Adventure Guild to handle that quest. And somehow we meet Mona along the way. So yeah, it could be wrong. And one last thing, honestly, how do we get there? Don't tell me if we will get the Valin Airlines again, right? Surely not. Okay, next. Secondly, let's talk about Kazuha. After almost 1 year waiting, finally we can get Kazuha in patch 2.8. Not only that, we will also get his story quest, which apparently would involve his family weaponsmithing, the Ishin art. Based on what we saw on the trailer and the livestream, it is pretty obvious that Kazuha will at least bring the Ishin art back to life by, making the sword based on the blueprint we got in the previous patch 2.6. Or the high chance is that Kazuha would be reforging the old sword that his family left. That's my guess. The interesting part of this thing is that, as you have seen on the trailer and livestream, the way and how Kazuha make or reforge the sword is pretty sus, because there is an aura, you could say, surrounding him. This aura looks pretty familiar, don't you think, huh? Well, it is. Do you remember the second time the Traveler met Scaramouche, right? When the Traveler got unconscious in a delusion factory because of receiving many Orobashi's remains. And also, if you notice it clearly, Kazuha's eye color is the same as when the Traveler received Orobashi's remains. I guess to make or reforge the sword, it requires some sort of unique materials like god remains, for example Orbasis remains. We can get that thing at least from Tatarasuna, I think, or might be totally different things, I don't know. And also it requires energy from visions, or more likely ambition from the smith, in this case Kazuha himself. So the question is, how does Kazuha not feel pain or get corrupt like the traveler did before? Well, for that, I guess we will get the answer in the Kazuha Stoic quest, I guess. And for the sword itself, don't you think its appearance is really similar to Musho Isshin that Raiden Shogun has, with slightly different aspect here and there, but overall, it looks pretty similar. Is there any connection between Isshin art and Musho Isshin? Well, let us see. And lastly, about the new sword Kazuha uses on this screenshot, my best guess is that it would be Kazuha's signature sword. What I mean is, we will get a new free sword after completing the Kazuha Stoic quest. That's my copium text. Or if that is not the case, the sword would pretty likely becoming, furniture in our teapot. Next, the possibility of story in the upcoming event. As you can see, the Golden Apple Archipelago is coming back with a new story or lore behind it. This time, the island would have some connection. Connection in this context probably means memory or desire from its characters that involved in patch 2.8. They are Xinyan, Fischl, Mona, Kazuha, and the Traveler. Let's take a look one by one. The Xinyan Island, well, I don't have any thought about this one. It seems like nothing special to notice. It is also the same for Kazuha Island. Nothing that I can say beside the island is covered by Kazuha ult motif. And now, the interesting part, the Mona Island and Fischl Island. Personally, I'm really hyped to see what kind of lore and story behind the Mona Island. It is because it seems like it is the Abyss Room, and would be talking about stars and constellations. If you notice this, there are several scenes that are really interesting. There are this one, which looks like the door or entrance that is similar to entrance when the traveler enter Enkanomiya, but this time with more polish. Also, there are two constellations that you can see, one that appears above the sky and the other is on the platform. For the meaning of that constellation, well, I have no idea. And finally, there are 4 star-like symbols on the platform. Now, for the Fischl Island. Well, I don't want to think too much here, but I feel like the castle would probably have a connection to the real Princess Fischl, based on the Book of Flower for the Princess Fischl. But I don't know, it is my copium text, but if it is true, it will be more interesting, right? Anyways, it is more likely that Fischl Island is just Fischl's desire to become princess, I guess. Fourth, little details about Diluc skin and Fischl skins. For Fischl skin, the most noticeable is her eyes color. Yeah, her eyes color changed. I don't know if Fischl has eyes color contact, or if that item exists in Teyvat in the first place. Uniquely, for Diluc skin, well, he is becoming more hot. Anyways, in the livestream, they mentioned that this Diluc skin is pretty special, not only because of the appearance and the first 5-star skin, but also the effect animation and details that the skin brings. As you can see, the pyro color that Diluc skin has is darker than usual pyro color. Also, on this skin, based on what Ether said in the livestream, it seems like there is no vision on the outfit. If it is true, oh my, it will be surprising, If you don't know, in Genshin Impact manga, Diluc actually has pyro delusion. Well, here's a short story. After his father died, he quit the knight and gave them his vision. Then, he roamed the entirety of Teyvat pursuing the Fatui, utilizing his father's delusions. When he came back to Mondstadt, he got his vision back and stored his delusions. And now in patch 2.8, I think we will see Diluc again in his Fatui disguise delusion versions. And lastly, what we care more and hype about, the Sumeru teaser. The Sumeru teaser is opened by a mysterious voice from, I guess, a little girl, probably from Lesser Lord Kusanali herself.
Wow, this place is hopping with activity. The sunshine makes the sandy beaches here glow like the embers of a pyro slime. And next to the cool, sparkly water, what a view! If only the desert sand and the jungle ring could get along like this, that would be perfect. Oh, you can hear me? How curious. Huh? You say you're a traveler? Well then, maybe I could offer you a bit of knowledge, and in return, you can tell me your story. How about it?
Based on the statement she said, we can get some info regarding her and Sumeru. She, Lesser Lord Kusanali, seems like she doesn't know the outside world. You can hear her excitement when she the sunlight. I think it is a different case from Raiden A, who decided by herself to be isolated from the outside world. So my guess for the Lesser Lord Kusanali, it is that Lesser Lord Kusanali doesn't know the outside world because she get influence from someone. Who? Well, I have no idea for now, but I feel like it is more an internal thing in Sumeru rather than from Fatui influence. And also, there is a mention the environmental problem from the desert side with the rainforest side. It will be pretty interesting to see. And so yeah, from that we can be sure that we will get desert in Sumeru later. The teaser also has some hints about the giant mechanism you can see here, right? You see that thing? Mechanism so big that I don't know what it is about. Probably like a science technology, I guess. There is also a rainforest village that seems like we will get a new ancestry, like an elf or beast. Also, the statue of the Seven. Well, you see, the statue of the Seven in Sumeru makes me confused. Why, you ask? Well, my question is, who is that in the statue? Is it Kusanali or the original Dendro Archon? We can debate the appearance of the statue. There are two speculations right now. First, it is indeed the original Archon, so the lady we see is actually a long-dressed lady. If it is true, it follows the previous statue of the Archon rule, which is the appearance of the statue is taken from the original Archon and not the current one. Or secondly, it is Kusanali. So the lady we see is actually a lady that crossing her legs and has a ball on her lap with her hands on top of it. Like this one. Which implies that the appearance of the statue is taken from the current Archon and not the original one. Pretty interesting, right? So what do you think? Before we jump to the end of the video, I just want to say that I don't think that thing is Celestia, the floating island. I feel like it is ridiculous to say it is Celestia right now. I prefer to see that as a part of a big tree. But if it is turned out it is indeed Celestia, the floating island, well, it's more interesting, I guess. Also, there is a little detail regarding the Echoing Cons event, which drops two new names. They are Zakhar and Agafya. There are two possibilities about the origin of this name. They can be from Russian language or highly chance route to Urdu language. It needs to be investigated more. And lastly, what in Teyvat? Fatui here in the Golden Apple Archipelago. Fatui in Golden Apple Archipelago, why are they there? Something should have happened here before, right? And yeah, that's all the analysis I can share. What do you think? Did I miss an important information there? Let me know your thought, your opinion about the 2.8 trailer and Sumeru teaser in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching this video. Please consider subscribing for more content. And if you think this video is entertaining, please click the like button. Every single support you do is really helping me. Don't forget to follow my social media too on Twitter. Hello Zen here, and see you next time. Bye.